We're here today to tell you to make the right move. Gambling can end up being a very harmful addiction. As of 2022, 10 million people are now addicted to gambling in the United States.
Gambling out of the young ages of 10 to 15 can seem harmless. However, studies like the one done by National Library of Medicine show that children who started gambling at age 12 were a lot more likely to be problematic gamblers later in life. Remember, problem gambling can affect anyone, but help is available. For more information or support, visit problemgambling.ca.gov.
Betting on Our Future is a project of California Friday Night Live Partnership.
Poland down to North San Pedro. Still looking good for Highway 12 in the Sonoma Valley. Wildfires don't wait, neither should you. Protect who and what you love. Start preparing now. Harden your home and create defensible space on your property. Learn how from CAL FIRE at readyforwildfire.org. That's readyforwildfire.org. Your next update at 7:45. Now with Sonoma County's most accurate, most dependable forecast, here's Daniel Trucios.
Thanks, Paul. We do have partly cloudy skies for today. We do have a slim chance of rain also in the afternoon. A high of 64 expected today, 55 on the coast. Wind speeds will be light, mostly cloudy for tonight, low 45 degrees. Low 60s then for Friday and Saturday. A bit cloudy for both days. Maybe some rain for Saturday on the light end, if any. Sunny then for Sunday at 64.
45 in Guerneville, 48 in Healdsburg, 50 degrees in Rohnert Park, and 48 in Santa Rosa. Traffic on the 5s, weather 6 times an hour. Mornings on KSRO, where the news time is 7:36. A fire caused significant damage to a duplex in Santa Rosa. On Tuesday night, a garage fire was reported on Greenwood Avenue. Firefighters arrived in under 5 minutes to find the single-story duplex on fire. They forced their way into the garage and found a heavy fire, where 2 high-value cars were destroyed along with other contents. The 2 units sustained minor smoke damage. About $250,000 in damages were reported.
California's ban on assault weapons is staying put. State appeals court ruled a decision by the Supreme Court will not stop what's been in place since 1989. That means it's still illegal to have or sell the high-capacity rifles, which can be fired repeatedly without reloading. The appeals court says the weapons aren't typically used for lawful purposes. This comes as some groups just filed a lawsuit trying to end the 10-day waiting period to buy a gun.
The governor says he hopes Senator Dianne Feinstein doesn't resign early. He would have to appoint a replacement if she leaves before her term is up. The California Democrat plans to step down next year, but more lawmakers are calling for it to happen now as she continues to miss votes while recovering from shingles. Senate Leader Chuck Schumer is hopeful that she'll return to D.C. next week, but there is no timeline yet.
Person of interest has been detained after a series of stabbings in Davis. Police say the person is not a suspect of all 3 stabbings that happened within a week. Authorities say they detained several other people of interest, but they were not considered people involved in the attacks. Police held off on releasing sketches of the suspect because they determined it was not accurate enough to use.
The California Department of Fish and Wildlife is dealing another tough blow to the North Bay's crabbers. Ocean waters south of the Mendocino County line are closing to recreational crabbers using traditional crab traps at noon on May 15th. This is to protect humpback whales from getting entangled during their spring migration. The decision follows several recent entanglements along the Central Coast, but sport crabbers can keep catching crabs in hoop nets or snares through the end of the season on June 30th. The state already made commercial fishing crews south of the Sonoma Coast remove all their gear by mid-April.
Santa Clara City Councilman is pleading not guilty after being accused of lying about leaking information to the San Francisco 49ers. Jason Malinsky, a deputy district attorney, says the victims are the community.
The grand jury brought Mr. Becker in and had questions for him, and he deceived them.
Santa Clara City Council member Anthony Becker is accused of providing a confidential grand jury report to the 49ers, criticizing the organization, outsizing political influence, and then lying about the leak. The report, titled Unsportsmanlike Conduct, Santa Clara City Council alleged the council members regularly voted in a manner that is favorable to the 49ers. Prosecutors say the football team has bankrolled Becker's political career by spending at least $3.2 million through independent expenditure committees for his 2020 city council race. He won, as well as an unsuccessful bid for mayor last year.
The state of California is having difficulty compensating those who were forcibly sterilized. Beginning last year, the state began work to identify and compensate survivors among the 20,000 plus victims of involuntary sterilization in state institutions and prisons. The Press Democrat reports that so far the California Victim Compensation Board has only approved 80 applications, which is less than 20% of what was received. For Sonoma County, only 3 applications have been approved. The board is seeking to compensate female inmates who were coerced into being sterilized in California state prisons, as well as those sterilized in California institutions or group homes between 1909 and 1979. Applications are due by the end of the year and are completely confidential.
20 visiting filmmakers will be at Film Fest Petaluma this weekend. The festival will show 32 short films this Saturday at the Mystic Theater over 4 distinct programs. Among the filmmakers that will be in attendance are Jane Schultz, wife of late cartoonist Charles Schultz, and Petaluma animator Jimmy Wellis, who worked on the short film Andy, A Dog's Tale. Also in attendance will be Zahida Parani, winner of the Audience Award at the 2022 Palm Springs International Short Fest, and a number of winners from the recent Sonoma County Student Film Festival. Visiting filmmakers will take part in post-film Q&A sessions. Find out more at petalumafilmalliance.org.
Fans of Twisted Sister won't see the frontman perform at next month's San Francisco Pride celebration. Dee Snider has been cut over a tweet described as transphobic. He was set to perform the 1984 hit We're Not Gonna Take It, which was on the verge of becoming the unofficial theme song for San Francisco Pride. The organization says that they were heartbroken and angry about the post, but they hope that it can be used as a teachable moment. It is 7:40 now at KSRO. Financial news next.
If you have certain chronic conditions such as heart disease,
asthma,
diabetes, and you're 19 years of age or older, 52,
36,
42, you may be at increased risk for pneumococcal pneumonia. Ask your doctor or pharmacist about getting vaccinated with Prevnar 20, pneumococcal 20-valent conjugate vaccine, a Pfizer vaccine that can help protect against pneumococcal pneumonia in just 1 dose. Prevnar 20 is approved for adults to help prevent infections from 20 strains of the bacteria that cause pneumococcal pneumonia. Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you've had a severe allergic reaction to the vaccine or its ingredients. Adults with weakened immune systems may have a lower response to the vaccine. The most commonly reported side effect was pain at the injection site. For additional common side effects and full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138 or visit Prevnar20.com. I'm going to ask my doctor
about getting vaccinated
with Prevnar 20.
Open a 6, 9, or 12-month CD account at Poppy Bank with a 4.5% annual percentage yield for a limited time only. Offer is good for business and personal accounts. Grow your business today by visiting one of our many California branches. For more information, visit poppy.bank. That's POPPY.bank. Annual percentage yield of certificates of deposit subject to change without notice following the initial term. APY assumes principal remains on deposit for the entire term. Interest will be compounded daily and paid monthly. These withdrawals are principal or interest rate. Reduced earnings. Early withdrawals are subject to interest penalties. Minimum opening balance $1,000. Remember FDIC and equal housing lender.
Since 1987, Superior Seamless Gutters has provided the highest quality, seamless rain gutter systems in the industry. Only the best at an affordable price. Gutters, downspouts, leak protection. Superior Seamless does it all. Superior materials, superior customer service, and professional, highly qualified installers make Superior Seamless Gutters the obvious choice. Free, honest estimates, and a superior lifetime warranty. See what your neighbors are saying about Superior Seamless Gutters on Nextdoor and Yelp. Online at superiorseamless.com.
It is 7:42 at KSRO, and time for us to take a look at financial news with Steve Reuter. And Steve, there's still quite a bit of unease about the banking sector. Pacific Western Bank right now. Can you tell us the latest?
Well, yeah, it looks like Pac West, as it's now called, is the next one to be in trouble here. It's been a string of banks here. They pick on one, and when they're done with it, they start on another, and that is has the banking sector as a whole, big or small, trading lower here this morning and taking the rest of the market with it. We're down 368 points right now on the Dow at 33,045. Nasdaq off 78 points at 11,948. Bond market rallying as stocks sell off. We're up 0.75 of a point on the 10-year note with the yield now at 3.33%. Gold higher now by $30 at $2,067. I'm Steve Reuter at Merrill Lynch for KSRO.
Financial news at 12 and 42. Mornings on KSRO. Now with a KSRO sports update, here's Larry Olson.
Warriors and Lakers Game 2. Chess match is on after LA won Game 1 going big with Anthony Davis and LeBron James. What's your move, Warriors head coach Steve Kerr?
I mean, we faced the same issues last year in the playoffs against Memphis and Boston, and you make adjustments as you see fit. So that might mean going smaller, getting another shooter on the floor, but time and score can dictate some of that.
Warriors-Lakers Game 2 at 6 o'clock right here on KSRO. The baseball Giants go to Houston to take 2 of 3 from the Astros. The 4-2 win with the finale. G-Men off tonight. 2,600 people at the Coliseum saw the A's lose 7-2 to the Mariners in 10 innings. Casa Grande softball team winning the Vine Valley Athletic League title with a shutout win over Napa. Gaucho's first softball league title since 2009. They've won 8 in a row. High school baseball, what a game. Windsor scoring 2 runs in the bottom of the 7th inning to beat the nationally ranked and previously undefeated Cardinal Newman by 4 in walk-off fashion, setting up a winner-take-all game tomorrow for the North Bay League Oak Division title. Cards came into the game at 21-0, ranked 9th in the nation. They can still win the title outright tomorrow, or the Jacks can pull the upset and force a share of the league crown for the 2nd year in a row. Right now during Staples Free Tech Take-Back, Rewards members get $10 back at Staples Rewards when they recycle their tech. Ends June 3rd, limit 1 reward per month. Exclusions apply. Visit staples.com/recycling for details. Cut the cord in your old tech and recycle it at Staples. Larry Olson Sports, 13 and 43 past the hour. Mornings on KSRO.
It is 7:45 now at KSRO, and with details on your morning ride, here is Paul Maxwell.
Thanks, Michelle. No incidents for Thursday morning, but slowdowns continuing. Seeing some more brake lights north 101 in Santa Rosa from before Baker up to College Avenue. Southbound looking good. Also a little heavy eastbound 12 from before Farmers Lane out to just past 4th. South 101 slows in northern Marin from the county line past San Antonio. Big stretch is slow, though, from Roland down to North San Pedro. Heaviness developing between Boys Hot Springs and south of Sonoma Plaza. And West 37 very slow over the Mare Isle Bridge out to the lane reduction. Stretches of heavy out towards Lakeville Road. Your next update at 7:55. Now with Sonoma County's most accurate, most dependable forecast, here's Daniel Trucios.
Thanks, Paul. We do have a high of 64 today, 55 on the coast with partly cloudy conditions. Maybe some rain this afternoon, nothing guaranteed. Wind speeds will be light. Mostly cloudy then for tonight, low 45 degrees. Low 60s for Friday and Saturday with in and out clouds. Sunday mostly sunny at 64. Monday partly cloudy, still in the mid-60s.
47 in Kenwood, 45 in Cloverdale, and 48 in Santa Rosa. KSRO news time is 7:46.
Much of the programming you hear on KSRO is available on demand. So if you enjoyed this past weekend's At the Table with Clark Wolf, you can now hear it anytime you want. Visit our website and click on your favorite show and listen at your leisure. We're always on and always on demand at KSRO.com.
KSRO.
Hi, this is Allison Norman, host of the Real Estate Hour, Sundays right here on KSRO. If this is the year you plan to start building your real estate investment portfolio, let's chat. As a local realtor and property owner, I'm a firm believer in the power of real estate as a wealth building tool. Have you been thinking of investing in real estate but don't know where to start? I can help. Whether you're thinking of a long-term retirement strategy, passive income, an income-generating vacation home, or simply looking for information, I can connect you with agents I know and trust around the world to help you through the process. Give me a call and I'll give you some honest advice, whether you decide to hire me as your realtor or not.
Allison Norman is a realtor with Keller Williams Realty, and she's host of the Real Estate Hour, Sundays at 9 a.m. on KSRO. To discuss your specific real estate needs or to make a no-obligation appointment, call or text 707-799-3617. DRE license number 01720334.
Hey Sonoma County, have fad diets failed you? Are you still struggling with chronic obesity? Then minimally invasive weight loss surgery might be for you. Attend one of Sutter Santa Rosa's free weight loss seminars from the comfort of your home. Learn about robotic surgery and the tools needed for sustained weight loss. Get your questions answered live and begin your path to a healthier life. Register to attend at ksro.com. Just click on the Sutter banner. That's ksro.com and click on the Sutter banner.
It's prime whale watching season on the Sonoma coast. Reserve a room at the Inn at the Tides, then set out for Bodega Head. Through May, you can spot Pacific gray whales as they migrate north to Alaska.
Every room has a view of the bay. The Tides Wharf restaurant is open daily from 8 a.m. to 9 p.m. Your stay includes a complimentary bottle of wine in your room, heated indoor-outdoor pool, and complimentary breakfast on the waterfront.
Tell your smartphone to call the Inn at the Tides in Bodega Bay. The Inn at the Tides, your beacon to Bodega Bay.
Your home for Golden State Warriors basketball. Listen to all the games right here. 103.5 FM and 96.9 FM. KSRO.
It is 7:49 at KSRO, and recapping the top local stories, a fire in Santa Rosa destroys 2 classic cars, while firefighters limit the fire to the garage and attic area. Damages are still about $250,000 due to the value of those vehicles.
California's ban on assault weapons will not change despite a Supreme Court ruling that reduced the government's authority to regulate firearms.
And Governor Newsom is weighing in on whether Senator Dianne Feinstein should resign. Newsom would be the one to appoint a replacement if she were to step down. The suspect accused of carrying out a mass shooting in Atlanta is in custody. Authorities say Dion Patterson was arrested Wednesday in Cobb County after an hours-long manhunt. NBC's Morgan Chesky has more.
We know that he was discharged from the Coast Guard in January. He was believed to be seeking some sort of mental help, but outside of that, very few details are being shared by authorities right now. We're still calling this an incredibly active investigation.
1 person was killed and 4 others were injured in Wednesday's shooting at a medical center.
Biden administration says it can't confirm Russia's accusation that Ukraine targeted the Kremlin in a drone attack. National Security Council spokesman John Kirby says Ukraine knows it would be an escalation if the country made such a move.
We certainly don't dictate to them the terms by which they defend themselves or the operations they conduct. However, we've been clear with them publicly and we've been clear privately that we do not encourage nor do we enable them to strike outside Ukraine.
Russia yesterday accused Ukraine of sending drones to attack Russian President Vladimir Putin. Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky has denied having anything to do with the alleged attack.
Israeli forces are responsible for killing 3 Palestinians earlier today in the West Bank that were wanted in connection with a deadly attack against Israelis. It is the latest bloodshed in a relentless wave of violence. The military accuses the men of being behind an attack last month on a car near a Jewish settlement in the occupied West Bank that killed a British-Israeli mother and 2 of her daughters. Forces entered the heart of the flashpoint city of Nablus in the early morning hours and raided an apartment where the men were located, according to a statement from the military. Troops and the suspects exchanged fire and the 3 men were killed.
The bond is being raised to $7.5 million for the man accused of shooting and killing 5 of his neighbors in southeast Texas last week. Brian Shook reports.
Francisco Oropesa made his first appearance in court on Wednesday, where the judge called it the worst case he is personally familiar with. Oropesa was arrested Tuesday evening after a 4-day manhunt. He's currently facing 5 counts of first-degree murder, but officials said the charges could be upgraded to capital murder. I'm Brian Shook.
A judge is dismissing former President Trump's lawsuit against the New York Times. Mark Mayfield fills us in.
Trump filed the $100 million lawsuit against 3 journalists and his estranged niece, who he claimed worked together to get confidential and highly sensitive records on him to use for their own benefit. On Wednesday, Justice Robert Reed dismissed the suit and ordered Trump to pay the journalists legal fees. Reed said Trump's claims fail as a matter of constitutional law and that journalists are entitled to engage in legal and ordinary news gathering activities without fear of tort liability. I'm Mark Mayfield.
Oakmulgee Police Chief Joe Prentice is now confirming that 7 people found dead Monday outside a residence in Henrietta, Oklahoma, victims of a murder-suicide.
The evidence is that Jesse McFadden murdered 6 people and then killed himself. Beyond that, I don't know what his thought process was.
Prentice says 39-year-old convicted sex offender McFadden used a handgun brought by his wife Holly last year to kill her and her 3 children and 2 other teenage girls before killing himself. He says McFadden did not leave a note.
Car insurance rates are going up again. Fox News correspondent Carmen Roberts reports.
Car insurance executives say driving and crashes are at or near pre-pandemic levels. Add in rising auto part prices, fewer workers to do the repairs, extended car rentals during repairs, some vehicle totaling storms, and you have the formula for higher insurance rates. The Wall Street Journal noting two of the nation's biggest car insurance